श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So we were looking at the conversation between Yama and his Kinkara. And the conversation began with the Yama Kinkara being told, you stay away from people who are Vishnu Bhaktas. And then Yama Kinkara said, how do I identify them? And we saw that a person who is a bhakta, how do you identify? More than the nature to something to show he is a devotee, what is being shown is what does a person who is a devotee, what is his character like? What indicates the fruition of devotion? It's not an attempt to be a devoted person, but what is it that happens if one really is devoted to Ishvara, not as an object, not as something remote, but as the very being of everything. What makes us do things? Let's put it differently. What makes me hurt someone? Generally, do we hurt people deliberately? But do we hurt? Especially if I am hurt, do I hurt back? Generally tends to happen. Is that deliberate? No. Why do we do it? Why do we do it? Because are we comfortable being hurt? No. When we are not comfortable being hurt, if somebody hurts, you want to protect yourself. You want to push back. And there is not even a thought, it's a reaction. Anger is a reaction. So the fact is, if I am not acceptable to myself, and when I'm alone, I'm okay, generally. But when I'm interacting with others, what makes whatever I think the world is unacceptable, the unacceptability of the world is in terms of my inability to accept the world as it is, as I see it. Is it not? When you say, I can't accept this behavior, what does it mean? It means I can't accept what happens in my mind which I identify with. I can't accept that. Is it not? Suppose there is a behavior, you are not around there, would it matter to you? It doesn't. You are there and someone totally irrelevant, unknown to you is doing something. Does it normally matter to you? Sometimes it may, because you want the whole world to be in a given way. But what matters? What matters is what connects to you with what you have an identification of some sort. And that identification, you say, I am unhappy because the world is not what it should be. But the fact is you are unhappy because you cannot accept the world being what it is. The problem lies here, not outside, because the problem lies outside. you cannot solve it. And you do find you solve things. You go to a new place, new kind of people, new culture. You don't like a lot of things. You dislike everything. After a few days, what happens? You get used to it. You get used to it means what? Willingly or unwillingly, you have learned to say, okay, this is how it is going to be. Either you become insensitive or you are better informed. So you say this is a cultural difference. Understandable. This is how they do things. There's nothing wrong with it. I haven't seen it that way, but this is culturally different. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody dresses in a given way, somewhere else people dress differently. Culturally different. Nothing wrong with it. But if you go with a mindset, this is the only way someone should dress, this is the only hairstyle you should have. In my mother's generation, if the daughter cuts her hair, it's a big problem. Hair should not be cut. Till today, she hasn't cut her hair, ever. A Caesar never touches it. So, when the first time the cut happens, it really cuts inside. Because how could you? But then, today what happens? Mother also cuts, daughter also cuts. Or mother cuts for a daughter. Why? It's become acceptable. So I'm saying the problem is not the short hair or the long hair. The problem is how I see it. And what did you see Ishvara Bhakta? He has samatvam. What is samatvam? Sameness. Sama, same. They're cognates. Easy to see. Sama is same. Sameness. Sameness with reference to what? With reference to things that normally are opposite sides of the spectrum. Shita, Ushna. Heat and cold. Can you be same to heat and cold? The skin will tell you, now it's cold, now it's hot. Are you same to them or not? What does sameness mean? Does it mean you won't see a distinction between heat and cold? What does sameness mean then? You say, okay, it's hot. What should I do? Take off a few layers. Go and sit in the Ganga for a few minutes. So when we had, classes here last June, everybody is complaining. Swamiji said, Swami Sakshat Katanji said, if you're feeling very hot, Ganga is very cool. Go and sit there. After every 2 hours, go and sit for some time and come back. You will be okay. See, it's so hot. So you keep saying it's so hot, it doesn't get cooler. And you know what? When it is so hot, everybody wants air conditioner. When everybody wants air conditioner, the load on the system increases. Then the power goes off. Then nobody has air conditioner. Now what happens? Hot. You keep doing this. Will it go away? It doesn't go away. Then you decide, I will go away to Uttarakashi to get cooler. All the way from here to Uttarakashi, what happens? And when you go there, so cold. I'm just saying, when are you okay? So samatvam is what? It is hot. What can you do about it? Go take a dip. Air conditioner. Ganga is right here. Go take a dip. Come back. Keep your clothes wet for a while. Air conditioning continues. You deal with the problem. So cold. Stay in your room. Put on 2 more sweaters. Samatvam. You are not complaining. You are not reacting. You are choosing a way, if you want, to minimize the discomfort. Or if you can't do that, then titiksha. What is titiksha? Putting up with what you cannot change. What you can change, you please change. So It's not that mosquitoes are biting you. Titiksha. Therefore what? Let mosquitoes bite me. It's annoying. Let them bite. Otherwise, what titiksha I have? You can do that. But then you could also decide to use some Odomos, mosquito repellent, and still they bite you. Then what? Titiksha is the only way. So Puja Swamiji would say, don't have to put up with what you can change. If you can change something for the better and you think it is to be done, do it. But when you can't, what should you know? What cannot be changed, you put up with and try to do so cheerfully, without complaining. Because complaint makes it heavy on your mind. So samatvam is extremely important. See, lot of things are said here. In the Purana, lot of words we'll see. Not deceiving, not cheating, not hating, not demanding respect. Look at each one of them. Deceiving. You deceive. That's called Maya. Maya is not only our, Avyakrita Maya. Maya means cheating, deception. Because other fellow doesn't know how you took away his wealth. That's the deception. So now, why would you deceive somebody? Why? Because something you want to get and you can't get it a straight way. But the pressure to gain something is extremely strong. It puts a pressure on you. You have to get it. And therefore what? You cheat the fellow. You come up with an ingenious way. You design an app. You use all your brilliance to make an app which will look like a bank. And when somebody clicks on it, you get his password and you take his money. Why should you do it? Because I can't accept myself being poor. I need more money. Poor is in my own perception. I want more money. And I know I can't get it a straight way. But I have to get the money. So where does it again drive you? What is deception a sign of? A sign of non-acceptance of myself. At a relative level. If you say, don't hurt. Again, hurting is a sign of what? Non-acceptance of myself. You look at anything where you do something which you can think and know. Because if you don't want someone to do something to you, you also know someone else doesn't want me to do it to them. Don't you know that? We do. Then what makes us do? What makes us transgress dharma? Is the non-acceptance. That is why samatvam is emphasized, because until you say, the world which I cannot change, I want to change, you will not come towards jnanam. You cannot come towards jnanam because your value is in vishaya sukha, in some kind of pleasure which is centered outside, not here. That's why you will react to the world and respond to the world in ways which are transgressing dharma. All because of what? Because I want to be happy. I want to be comfortable. So yesterday we had a lot of questions in the night. So I thought, let me spend some time on that. We will come back to this as and when we can. What is moksha? What is moksha? Is it something you know or don't know? What do you think? You don't know. How many join her party? Nobody else joins her. So what do you all say? It's known to you? That's a very interesting thing. There's only one person who wants to know. Everybody else already knows. Is that right? No, you have to open up. What is moksha? Do you know or don't know? What do you know? Definite. Okay, I will define something. Will you go after a definition? Suppose I define, what is heaven? What is heaven? Comfort. Okay. Do you know what is comfort? Yes. If you don't know, see, sometimes, let us say now, you have always eaten Indian food. Somebody tells you, come, let's go and eat some Thai food. Will you go or won't go? Somebody tells you, Thai food is very good. Thai food is like Indian food. They are very close to India. But it's not the same. It's different. There's very good Thai vegetarian food. Would you want to try? Yes. What made you say I want to try? What do you know about Thai food? What is good?
I don't know anything, but I'm open to new experiences.
Okay. But do you think it will be within your realm of experiences or not? See, if it's a totally unknown experience, would you like to go for it? Would you put all your eggs in that basket at least? No. So I'm saying, do you ever desire something that you don't know about at all? Do you ever desire, can you ever desire something that you don't know anything about at all? You can't. So whatever you desire should be something you consider desirable. Okay. Our friend said, I don't know, but I'm open to experiences. What do you expect from the experience? Tell me. What's the outcome you expect from the experience? Is that known to you, what you expect, or unknown to you?
I've probably heard that Thai cuisine is good and it's aligned with things. So I'm open to try whatever it is.
All I'm saying, I'm extending it further. I'm saying any experience you decide to go after, do you expect something by going after the experience? You're taking a gamble. Huh? So what is your best case scenario from having that experience? What's your best case scenario? Do you know that when you like something, you are okay? Is that not what aren't you looking for that person who is happy? You tell me, what are you looking for? Okay. Do you know what is happiness or not? If you don't know, would you like to go for anything? Do you know what is dukkha or not? Would you like it? Any doubt about it? Now you tell me, what should moksha be? Is it unknown to you? Thai food is unknown to you. Going for a, undersea dive, deep sea diving, unknown to you. Flying high in the sky, unknown to you. You want to become a scientist as a child, unknown to you. You want to get married, unknown to you. Is it known or unknown? Unknown to you. What are you doing all these unknown things for? For something unknown or known? Nobody ever goes after something which is totally unknown. You cannot. It's rationally impossible. Therefore, whenever you go anywhere, what is the common denominator? Least common denominator. You know you want to come out happy. Is that in doubt? Okay, this is settled now. So what is moksha? Now happiness. You get happiness even from Thai cuisine. It will end. Good, it will end. Not only it will end, you don't know whether this Thai restaurant is genuine or just a fake one. Whether he'll give you something which is really nice or something you wish you hadn't paid for. Right? So the thing is, even if it's good, can it be better? You've eaten, minimum age in this camp is 25 years. Okay? 25 years we've all lived at least. You've eaten every day. Do you think you can taste better food? Do you think the food you have eaten is the best, or you think you could experience something better? You can experience something better. Some of you, I'm sure, are well traveled, 50 years old. You've tasted a variety of things which your pocket allowed you to. Do you think you can taste something better? Who said no? Who said no? You said no. How do you know? How do you know you can never taste anything better? You have to have a reason. You just can't do this. You have to have a reason. What makes you think you can't taste anything better? No. Any point, see, taste is, where is the point for taste? You don't want to taste is different story. But I'm asking you, can the food be better or not? The same things you've eaten idli, let us say, all your life, okay? Can idli be better or not? It can be not different. I'm saying, can it become better or not? Can it be done better or not? Unless you say there's a line. This is how do you draw the line, the best idli? I don't know how you'll draw the line. So all I'm saying is, any experience, can it be improved upon or not? Question is that. Any experience, your experience of clothing, your experience of touch of the textile, your experience of a design, right? Visually, you saw Ganga. Can you see something better than this? You can. You saw Niagara. Can you see something better than that? Yes. You saw Switzerland, Alps. Then after seeing Switzerland, someone told, Kashmir is Alps of, India's Switzerland. You go and saw that also. Can it be better than that? You tell me, is there any point where you say, no, there is nothing that can be better than what I have seen? Can you say it? Nothing better than what I have heard. Music, I have heard concert. I have heard this artist. I have heard that artist. Can you say you will not hear anything better? No. Taste, touch, sight, hearing, what's remaining? Have you smelled samsara? It's a perfume. Samsara perfume. Smells good. So, have you smelt anything better? Can you smell anything better or not? Have you smelt saffron? Kashmir saffron. Have you seen Spanish saffron? Maybe a little better. Do you know, is it better or not? I've heard somebody say, okay, that Spanish saffron is even better. Now you're curious. This saffron is so good. How would Spanish saffron be? Indian almonds you've tried. How about Californian almonds? Big jumbo almonds. Are they better? Curiosity. Is it there or not? I'm asking you, tell me which experience cannot be improved upon? Which experience cannot be improved upon? Possibility. When will you stop seeking a better experience? See, we are trying to understand. Don't jump the gun. I'm saying, we only know happiness as an experience. Is that true or not? That's the only thing you have. And does any experience continue forever? Go on and on and on and on and on and on. It doesn't. But what does our pursuit in life indicate? What are we doing at any point in time? Are you trying to become more uncomfortable? No. Are you trying to become more comfortable? Are you trying to become less uncomfortable? I mean, you put the words this way or that way, but I am saying, why don't you just sit and not do anything? Let's say you have everything given. Will you sit and do nothing? Why would you do something? See, this is understanding the human mind, the human pursuit. Why do you do anything? An experience is a change. You want a change. Why do you want to change, bring about a change? Why not just be? Why not? What's your answer? Mind wants, let it want. What do you care? If mind wants, let it want.
That is the state we are trying to reach.
Which state you are trying to reach?
I want to sit and do nothing.
Is that what you want to do? Is that what you really want to do? Sit and do nothing? Is that how many people agree with that goal?
But be happy also.
Huh? Question is, why are you not able to, why do you always want to change something? Do you change something because you want to get worse than where you are? Or better than where you are? You want to get better than where you are. And by doing, you believe you'll get better. Correct? So, every doing is meant for what? Getting better. And what have we just discovered? Every experience can be improved upon. So, how are you ever going to sit tight? Because you always see something can be improved, unless you become a cynic and you say, nothing can be done. That's probably because of your life experiences. You become cynical. You think there cannot be anything further. That experience can happen to people because you suffered so much that you can't see anything better coming to you. Or it can be, you're a very pragmatic person, say this much alone. If I go further, it's the 80-20 rule. 80% I have got with 20% effort, but for the remaining 20, I have to put 80% more effort. I am better off where I am. I make a compromise. But if I said, no, you don't have to put effort, will you sit tight? You want something more. So the whole life of samsara is what? Wanting to become better. And how do you say better? By becoming more comfortable, by becoming more sukhi. So if whole life is goal is what now, whatever you do, whether you do something, whether you sing, whether you dance, whether you go, whether you eat, whether you work, whether you give up work, whether you get married, whether you get divorced, all of these is for what? What's the hope? You buy, you sell. Every activity, including choosing to be inactive, is for what? Constantly you're doing this, which means you constantly want to get better. And you cannot stop until you see there is no room for betterment. So, what would freedom from seeking imply? What would it imply? If you have to totally stop seeking, totally content, what would that imply? That you have recognized that you are at a point where there is no further improvement possible. It is not about resource lack. It is not about lack of strength. It's not about lack of enthusiasm. It's not a cynical giving up. You don't see the possibility of improvement.
Swamiji, this may not be applicable for money.
I'll listen later. Okay? May not be applicable, you say, you think about it. Okay? You think about it. I will talk to you separately. So the point is this. See, if you are incapable of thinking, which is what most people are, you will not analyze this. You will just trying to do something, whatever, and you can feel better. What I'm saying, if you analyze it thoroughly, you find that the seeking is constant. And the seeking is constant because you constantly, and what is the purpose of seeking? Let us say you seek food. Till when will you seek food? Till you are full. Will you seek food after that? So, until when do you seek? until you say it's enough, right? So that enough buddhi, it comes, you have seen it. And every time it comes, you are able to relax. And that relaxed state of mind, in that relaxed state of mind, you know. And therefore, what you seek is that person. You don't seek an experience. You seek to be that person who is not seeking. Is that true or not? I mean, this should not be, I say so, therefore it is. It should be your own evaluated, examined truth. That are you seeking things, or are you seeking yourself being relaxed? If you want yourself to be relaxed, you have concluded that my relaxation depends on something outside. Right? And if it depends on something outside, there is no end to seeking, because what is outside can be improved. Even the mind can be improved upon. Then either you say, which some people say, there is no such thing called moksha. It's not a possibility. You throw it out of the window. Or if it is there, then you have to examine what is moksha. So someone will say, in this situation, with this body, with this mind, it's impossible. But we tell you, there is a place out there. You go there, you will be okay. And for want of a better idea, we are gullible and we'll say, yes, possibly it's there. Or maybe it's really there. We don't know. It's a benefit of doubt now. But what does Vedanta say? Moksha is here and now. In fact, you're already free. Then how come I'm seeking still? Obviously, if you're seeking when you're already having it, what's the problem? You don't know what you have. Or you don't know who you are. Why? Because you want to be relaxed and you're looking all over because you don't know you're already relaxed. And to know you're already relaxed requires you to now re-evaluate or examine what are you. Okay? That's what is the pursuit of moksha. Therefore, we say jnana deva moksha. Because you have to only know. This is the fact. Now the question was what? What is this happiness? Is it an object? Is happiness an object? It's not, right? Hopefully everybody is clear. If happiness is an object, then we would all go after it. You don't need anything more. You need only one commodity in the world. Happiness. Get one can of happiness. It's over. Right? Amul Masti. Masti means what? Joy. That's why I said Amul Masti, okay? All I'm saying is, if it was something like that, we would all go. In fact, that's what every corporation would like to see. That you see their product as joy. Ice cream was called Joy. In Bangalore, you get an ice cream called Joy ice cream. It's a name, you hear joy, the association is what? Joy. You take a soap, what do they want you to think? Right? The ad has to make you, see, the ad is all about dreaming. Any ad. What does soap have to do with the model showing the soap? But why do you show a face? Because you want to associate with it. You will be like that if you use this soap. Little, Lux Supreme, whatever it is, okay? But I'm saying it's all dream selling. Advertisement is about dream selling. Your dream is by the association of that product, you will become whole. But what do we understand? If there is one product which could make everybody happy, that product would be the only product you need. There is no such product. Okay? Then, if the product doesn't have happiness, but you go after something, where is happiness? Is it in the mind? Is it in the mind? If it is in the mind, then you don't need the product. You don't need the object. But only when you see or when you hear or taste a certain thing, you become happy. Which means the object must be there. So it's not centered purely on the mind. It's not centered on the object. Then where is it? Where is the possibility? If it's not in the object, not in the mind, which is experiencing the object, where is it? Oh, it comes when both of them come together. If neither of them have it, how does it come together? The possibility must be there. Right? So we say, look, it is really the mind itself comes and goes. In your sleep, why do you love sleep? Why does everyone love sleep? Is it you love everything which gives you a pleasant experience, correct? We have already seen why. So, if sleep never made you comfortable, you would not want to go to sleep. Why does everybody want to go to sleep and sleep well? Because, no, physiological need or psychological need, the fact is you become comfortable. Is that not? And what is it that you experience in sleep? There is total absence of subject and object. Then why do you go after it? And you look at how much care you take to have a good night's sleep. Is the bed okay? You have to check. Bed sheets okay? Pillow? Right softness? Right height? Temperature? Correct. Temperature. Then the light. Light is very important. How much light? You want little light? No light? More light? Do you want to hear all the music around? Better soundproof? If you had a choice? And right now you're going to sleep. It's hot. You want the AC or the fan. But after some time it's going to get cold. So what do? You put a timer. Why? You don't want to be disturbed in between. If you drink a lot of water in the night, you'll have to wake up. So what do? You plan. After this time, no more water. Why? You don't want to be disturbed. What sheet you put on top, you have to choose carefully. If it's too thin, you will feel cold. If it's too thick, you will feel hot. But right now it is cold or hot. It will get a little colder, depending on season. So what do? You keep two things there. How much effort do we take to go to sleep? How much effort? Is it ordinary? And then what happens? When sleep comes, are you there? Are you there when sleep comes? Or you're not there? I mean, the fellow who wanted to go to sleep, the waker, is he there? He is not there. You take all this trouble so you're not there? If you are up, if the waker is up, he cannot be okay. So when are you best? When the demanding fellow is gone for good. Is it not true? At that time, what subject-object interaction was there? There was none. Do you still have, in the morning, do you say or not, I had a very pleasant sleep? Pleasant means what? Rested, well rested. Nothing else happened. Suppose you had a few nightmares. I had a disturbed sleep, or I had very bad dreams. We say that or not? So what do you really want? A dreamless, quiet sleep. So now you tell me, what was there in that experience? Was there an experience? Yes, you can't say there was no experience. Was there subject-object? but you are happy. So you tell me, what was the other than you in sleep? You, now the real you, okay? What was there other than you in sleep? Nothing else. But you are happy. How could you be happy if happiness depends on something else? If happiness depends on something else, you could not be happy in sleep. What does it indicate? It indicates that you don't need anything but yourself to be happy. All right? And let's look one more. Let's look at it differently. This sleeping you leave on. One example. Now, let's say Rasgulla makes you happy. Okay? Rasgulla. I keep it in front of you. Are you happy? Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Happy? You love Rasgulla. I mean, otherwise it doesn't make sense, okay? You must love Rasgulla. Don't touch it. I'll keep it in front of you. Happy or not happy? Okay. You may touch it. You may use your spoon, poke holes in it. Make it fully soaked in that rasa. Raso vaisaha. Now, are you happy? No? Aren't you happy? You are allowed to do all this now. When will you be happy? When it becomes one with you. That is called Advaitam, okay? There is no subject-object difference. Watch that. This is not a joke. You say Rasgulla makes you happy. Are you happy because of Rasgulla? You are not. Are you happy because you're having it in your hand? This is what they say. Priya. Rasgulla in front of you. Priya. Because your anticipation is there. I'm going to eat Rasgulla. Rasgulla. It's there. Assuming you love Rasgulla. For somebody else, it's samosa. Doesn't make a difference, okay? But Priya. Then it came to your hand. Moda. It is moda. Degree of happiness, okay? You're closer. Went into your mouth. Pramoda. Ah, how wonderful. At that point, what else happens? At that point, is there a you and a Rasgulla separate? Don't consciously think, okay? Or let's say you're reading a book. A book you love. If I call you, hey, do you hear? Hey, Ramu. No response. Ramu. It's time for lunch. No response. What? What happened? I'm reading. Why didn't you hear me? I didn't hear anything. Why? Your ears are gone? You are absorbed. When do you enjoy the book? When there is Advaitam. There is no subject-object duality even there. Music. What music do you like? If you really enjoy the music, what happens? When do you say you really enjoyed the music? You went into a concert, a 4-hour concert. And when it's over, you said, it's already over? 4 hours? It didn't look like even 5 minutes. Do you have that feeling or not? Or you met somebody you love. You saw them. You are expecting them. They're coming. Christmas, they're going to come. They're coming for 3 weeks. They're coming. They came. Moda. Priya. Coming, Priya. They came. Moda. Then what happens? When you meet them, what happens? There is no duality. There is no gap. It's just that oneness. You tell me, is there any sukham in Dvaitam where you are separated from the object? Is there any sukha in that? That's why I said you can't touch it. So you understand what it means. You want to become one with it. That experience is a one of non-duality. There is no second thing. And when you see that it is going to go, that Dvaitam comes a little, then you start feeling, oh, they're going away. 3 weeks are over, 2 weeks are over, 2.5 weeks are over, they're going away. Dukkham starts already. Anticipation of separation from what you love causes dukkha. So what is sukha? Sukha is really subject-object fusion. There is no separation of subject and object. So until subject-object separation remains, your attempt to fuse the subject with the object will continue. Object of desire, obviously. It will continue. Right? Suppose you want to be happy all the time. You want to be in that ananda all the time. What should it require? There should be no subject-object separation continuously. It cannot be done because the doer is the subject. The done is the object. So if a doer has to achieve it, every time he achieves, it's an event in time. It finishes, there's a gap. Then you have to again do to cause the merger. Then again do. This is samsara. But suppose the subject-object do not in any way cause a split. Subject-object experience is there, but you see that both subject-object are aspects of one non-dual whole. If you see that, then what happens? Subject-object are not there. In your understanding, subject-object are not there. What is one whole. If this is a possibility, what happens then? Is there anybody to seek? Is there anything to seek? This is not by attempting. If this is a fact, that fact is called moksha. It's not something to be done. It's something to be recognized because it's already so. Why the problem? Because you have identified with the subject. You have identified with the subject and you don't identify with the object. You say, subject I am, object is other than me. Therefore, the attempt to bridge the gap is ever going to be there. If you are able to see who is the subject, I am the subject. Let's understand. If you are a subject, you should always be a subject. Correct? Which means, if you are a seer as a subject, there should always be a seeing, there should be some object which is seen. If you are a hearer, you should always be a hearer, there should be something to be heard. Without heard, there is no hearer. But what's your experience? Heard comes, heard goes. Hear also comes and goes. You know the absence of the hearer or not? You do. You are a knower, an intellectual. You enjoy knowing things. Are you always knowing? Between knowing A and knowing B, are you there or not there? I knew this, then I knew this, then I knew this. Between the three, who is the continuous fellow? Therefore, even the activity of knowing is not inherent to you. Right? So, all these come and go. Are you there seeing the gaps between this fusion also? You are there. Who is that? Is that you or not you? If that is you, whatever comes and goes, can it be you? If it can't be you, what is you? Now you have to reckon with it. You have said, this is me. Hearer is me. Thinker is me. Dancer is me. No? Listener is me. Eater is me. Cook is me. Driver is me. You have all these words for yourself. Father is me, relating to son. Mother is me relating to children. Mother-in-law is me relating to daughter-in-law or son-in-law. So I'm saying each one is with respect to an object. All right? But all these changes you are aware of, because you say, I am the father, I am the brother, I am the employer, I am the neighbor, I am the citizen, I am the enjoyer of music. That I never went. What is that I? What is that I? So Swamiji, that I is the waker. Partly true. But when the I goes, you're there. That's why I say you have to reckon dream and sleep equally. Even in sleep, you're there. That I was not there, standing up. So who is the you? Who is the you who is always there, who you really call I? That you, if that is the you, is that subject or is that object? It is neither subject nor object. It is neither the knower nor the known. Correct? What is the relation of subject-object to this I? One more step. What is the relation of that subject-object or knower-known to this I? What is the nature of this I now? This I. Now I'm not talking the waker I. The I which is the truth of the waker, dreamer and sleeper. What is the truth of that I? Waker is there, then awareness is there. Right? Waker cannot be without awareness. Dreamer cannot be without awareness. Sleeper cannot be without awareness. But awareness is irrespective of whether any one of them is there or not. Right? So now, if awareness, and it's unaffected by all these experiences, and this is experientially known to you, because you can anytime say, I was the one who has lived all these years. This is my 28th birthday. How do you know it's 28th birthday? Because you were there for all the 27. You were there through waking, sleep and dream. You were never discontinuous. What is that I which you recognize as being constantly present? Who knows about desirable, undesirable experiences? Who is that I? Do you recognize that I? Do you identify with that I? You do, periodically. When you say it's my 28th birthday, or when you say I have seen ghat ka pani piya hai, I've had all kinds of experiences. So what? Do you know that I? If you know that I, what is the truth of that I? That the Upanishad points out and says, that I is that existence awareness. Time, space do not have independence from that. Existence is, we've seen earlier, you have to connect the dots. What is the existence of a pot? Pot has no existence of its own. Existence belonged to, you took existent clay and made an existent pot. You took an existent pot and broke it. What do you get? Existent pot pieces. You made them even smaller. Now you have smaller pieces, but it came from existent larger pieces. So where does existent belong? The existence always belongs to the preceding state. Why? Because it's in time. So when something is not in time, its existence is self-existent. That I is self-existent. Everything you can know in time is what? Existent, but existence is borrowed from something else. If there is only one self-existent thing, what would be the relationship of the one self-existent thing versus everything you experience? Because everything you experience is ease. What is the connection between that self-existent I which you recognize and everything that you experience which doesn't have existence of its own? You are the existence of everything. If you are the existence of everything, can I not say you alone are? If you alone are, subject is what? You. Object is what? You. Where is the gap between the two? Now, do you have to make the subject-object merge through an experience? Through an action? Even when there is action, you are merged, you are one. Even if there is no action, you are one. So when are you not that whole? That should be recognized though. It is not something you have to create. It's not something you have to do. It's something you have to recognize. And that recognition is called moksha. So now, okay, it's time. We haven't yet dealt with one matter. So Swamiji, but what I am looking for is happiness. In this recognition, where is happiness? It looks dull and drab to me. This is not what I want. What do you want? I want that happiness. Then what is the correlation of that happiness to what you are? If that is the happiness you want, that happiness will require you to have subject-object gap. We will look into this more because I have not answered the question from yesterday. I have built up something so far as to what is the meaning of moksha. Now, in the next class, we will come back and examine what is this thing that you seek, and what is its correlation with moksha. We will look into it. Okay? Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.